18 touches a game this season. He's scored in 4 of his last 5, and the Chiefs have allowed the most yards and the most fantasy points to running backs this season. I'm also starting Jamaal Williams. We found out yesterday Aaron Jones has been placed on injured reserve. What does that mean? Williams is going to see volume, and a lot of it, and volume is king in fantasy football. So even against the Jets defense, which can be tough against running backs, Jamaal Williams needs to be in your starting lineup.
Sleeper.
Elijah McGuire, let's stay in that same game. Again,
I like it.
Volume is king in fantasy football. 20-plus touches in 2 straight games. Has played 74% of the snaps since Week 14, and the Packers have allowed the 9th most fantasy points to home running backs, so McGuire's a very nice flex starter.
All right, let's get a pair of sits.
Yeah, Kenyon Drake, I am down on him. I've been down on him all season long. But when Frank Gore went down last week, we would think, well, Drake is going to see more touches. It didn't happen. It was Caleb Ballage. He's got a bad matchup against Jacksonville. Drake ranks 48th among running backs in touches per game. This guy was a top 50 pick, too, so I'm keeping him on my bench. And Adrian Peterson, he's 77 yards away from yet another 1,000-yard season. I don't think he's getting it, not against the Tennessee Titans, who made Saquon Barkley look like a running back 3 last week. So, AD, hey, it's been fun this season. Lately, your numbers have just not been there, and the matchup is brutally bad.
Yeah, that might be the best front in all of football when it comes to slowing down running backs. All right, Fabs, let's shift to the ends that are tight.
Let's do it.
Always a bit of slim pickings here. Who we starting?
A guy who didn't score a point last week, and that's what we're at tight end.
And he's a start.
Austin Hooper. Why? Because of the matchup against the Carolina Panthers. They've allowed the most touchdowns, the 3rd most fantasy points to tight ends, and Hooper had a good game against them back in Week 2, 16.9 fantasy points. So, yeah, guys, start Austin Hooper.
And a sit?
Jimmy Graham. We told you to sit him last week. I think we told you to sit him the previous week.
It's been a regular.
He's just not been the guy we all thought he would be. No doubt about it. The Jets have also been tough on tight ends, allowing the 3rd fewest fantasy points. So Jimmy Graham needs to be on your bench. How about that?
DeShone Kizer's going to come in the second half, and Graham's going to have like a 20-burger. That's exactly how this plays out.
That would be fantasy football, my friend.
All right.